Let's bring in Scott Bauer. He's the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy, and let's look at how to trade this thing. So, Scott, I mean, just kind of the slightest, if you really want to nitpick, the slightest bit of slowdown in the momentum for FedEx, but we're just a hair below the all-time highs, and the stock has been a big, big winner. So is this slowdown enough to give a reason to buy it?
So last week, Oliver, when we talked about Costco, I used the term cautiously optimistic, and you said, "Oh, you're
it's the cop-out term.
You're taking the cop-out," and I wasn't because I was selling a put spread, which worked out well. I'm going to use the same thing here with FedEx because the expectations are so incredibly lofty. Can they blow the doors off these numbers as far as they have in the past, and is the street going to like that? That is a very, very lofty goal. I think they can do it. So what I'm doing, Oliver, is I'm selling an iron condor, not for the print today, but for next week. But this is a bullish iron condor. So what I'm doing is selling a put spread next week, the 275, 270 put spread. I'm also selling an upside call spread, 315, 320. That is definitely skewed towards the upside here. I can collect about $2, maybe a little bit more on that. I love the reward to risk on this. If FedEx disappoints, or I shouldn't even say disappoint, I don't think they're going to disappoint. It's just a matter of how the street reacts to it. But if the stock sells off, if this thing happens to, go down to 275 lower, I want to own the stock there anyway. And I'm willing to take the risk that this thing doesn't blow up to the upside above, 317 or so. So I really like this trade. It is cautiously optimistic. You have to be bullish this stock here because all signs are pointing to the upside. It's got massive tailwinds behind it.
Okay, massive tailwinds, fundamental story that's positive, and obviously a trend that's positive. So there have to be some kind of real shock here for it to blow up. I mean, you got to have a lot of things break down. You got to have the trend break down. You got to have the story behind it break down, which we know is very clear. And I can't imagine that all of a sudden people are going to stop spending in front of Christmas. I mean, nobody's even going to be together, so we're going to have to compensate and mail everybody extra stuff.
There's no question about it. And listen, like Michael said, Michael brought up a great point amongst everything that he said, is they're not just lifting guidance or expectations for this quarter, it's next quarter as well. The scary thing is, can these numbers be good enough? Analysts over the last 60 days have increased their price targets over 50%. The average price target on the street now is like 315. 3 months ago, that number was like 150. So that's why I'm cautiously optimistic is to, can they really, really meet the expectations that are out there?
Okay, and I take it back, Scott. In my old journalist days when all I was doing was writing, cautiously optimistic, you weren't allowed to write. That was a rule, actually, at Bloomberg. You can't quote cautiously optimistic. But in trading, you can literally be cautiously optimistic right through the trade that you're showing, where you've got the upside, but you're still protecting to the downside, and you're not, going all in. So, all right.
Especially if you're putting your money behind.
Okay, all right. I'll cut you the break on that one. No cop out.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for the trade. Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy.